Okay, where do we leave off? Movies. I think we watched two of the 97 VVRs. We got two more. They're all the same length. Crazy how that works.
I'm one of the monks. I also write the music for Halo and work on the sound design. I'm Marty O'Donnell, and this is my little friend.
Mario O'Donnell doesn't sound like he looks. He looks like he could
Joseph
be
Staten and I do all the
Randy
cinematics, and
Pitchford's
Tester Marty.
grandfather.
But we have to work together as a team because, well, what is visuals without audio?
That's true. Good point. And this is an excellent example of just that
Right,
that relationship.
This
Marty.
opening, somewhat cutscene, but you still have control of the camera, but action is still happening on the screen.
Hey, this actually happens a lot in the first level. Here's what we're seeing now. The player is actually taking camera control away from me,
Right.
which makes me nervous. But at the
Right.
same time, sets up really cool cinematic moments that we've just essentially set up different things that are going to happen in the environment, be they explosions that trigger when you run by them, or guys that run up to you and have something important to say. Little in-level cinematic
Every
moments
piece
that
of
are very
shrapnel
cool.
has its own metallic hit sound when it hits, and you know where it's hitting because you have surround sound on, everybody, right?
Don't badger them, Marty.
Oh,
if they
well,
have
sorry.
the system, they'll use it.
It's a good system.
But really, this whole first part of the game, when you're on your ship, the Pillar of Autumn, this big, massive, kilometer-long cruiser, you are essentially being boarded by the aliens. And we really wanted to give the player in real time that feeling of panic, terror, as the aliens tear through your ship.
And there's
And
Mendoza.
Mendoza, actually, the Marines each have unique personalities and names.
And look
because,
at that throw. That's a great grenade throw.
Great moment. So every time you meet a new Marine, he's going to, well, maybe have something interesting to say, but he's going to have a unique voice, and that voice will stay with him throughout his lifetime.
Which is brief.
If you're trying to protect them. Marty.
Oh.
And this is a part of an insertion cinematic, what we call the cinematic moments at the beginning of a level, where we introduce the level to the player, show them the environment they're going to fight in, maybe show them a preview of the enemies they're going to face, that sort of thing.
And hear the ambient background of the birds and the wind and the Covenant dropship coming from far away, and the music swelling as you see the sun.
And this is actually a pretty
Of
challenging
course, you're not
environment.
hearing that at this moment. You're hearing
Sure.
but okay, pretend.
But a pretty
Oh,
challenging
shit.
environment to actually try to
So
create cinematics.
this
for
is
and
weird,
sounds
so
just because it is so
I don't
big
know if
and
it's
so
because I'm
Waterfall
more relaxed now, but
which is echoing off the cliffs, and it really truly is echoing because we have environmental models.
like this video,
uh,
I mean, the
digital picture
cinematography, like they're
ship
doing a better
on
job
the
showing it
X-Files,
often than the
which
other
is set to all sorts of environmental models.
couple of
This is a
interviews so
huge
far. So
room with a really
and it's just supposed to be fucking audio focused, right? What the
And
fuck?
this is the Arnold Schwarzenegger shot.
I don't know why you refer to that as the Schwarzenegger shot.
Don't you
When
remember
it's
that movie?
clearly a sort of Godard.
Godard.
Anyways,
Yeah.
that's
What
another
movie?
insertion cinematic,
What's Godard? What-
Showing the player who they're going to fight, where they're going to fight them.
Yep.
And if you're quick enough on this level, you can actually steal one of the Banshees, this alien flying vehicle, from the aliens before they're able to get into it.
And to show you how big it is, I think if you were to get in this Banshee and just fly straight across to the other side, it still takes you like 20 seconds.
It's a really big.
And every one of
space.
those little plasma hits, when it hits the wall, has its own little unique burning sound. Which
Actually-
was partially my mouth noise, by the way, for those of you who didn't know that.
That's gross, dude.
Yeah, okay.
But
Mouth
I mean,
noises are good for games, trust me. Because you know
they're
what,
good
everybody
for
out there...
something else
Hey,
too.
hey, hey!
Edit that out.
What the fuck?
Okay, so where... Look at those hooves that these guys have. Those creatures are great. You know, whenever you kill one of those creatures, you should definitely get up close and just look at it for a while, because it's unbelievable what it looks like.
Actually, we don't really spend a lot of time luxuriating on and actually showing you the aliens in the cinematics,
Right.
which is too bad because every little piece of them has a sound when it clanks. This hunter's armor, his shield,
Right.
for
Even when
example.
he's breathing, he makes sounds, and it's tied directly to the way his idle animations work, and then his action animations.
My favorite sound I think I've heard that you've created so far, Marty, though, is when you sneak up behind one of these hunters
Yeah.
and you melee attack them in the game,
Yeah.
and then I'm not going to spoil it, but you just got to listen to the sound they make when they die, when they fall forward and die.
Gabonk.
It's good stuff. Think watermelon
Yeah,
wrapped
there
up
you
in
go.
a big thing of
With a
tinfoil.
Right, baseball
Get
bat.
in the ground.
Yeah. So this is good here. You got the sniper rifle. Get in close.
Hey,
Does this
Marty,
remind you
does
of anything?
Does this look familiar, Marty?
Oh, yeah, but I was on that other end.
Oh wait, if that didn't look familiar, does this look familiar?
No.
Oh, Martin!
What? Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That should remind you of every single time you ever faced me in multiplayer, Muchacho.
I know. But that's because I actually spend my time working rather than playing till I get good.
Hey, if you listen really close, I think you can hear the ice creaking.
Yeah, and the snowflakes actually hitting the ice.
Uh-huh.
Every detail is in this game.
And the cool thing about...
Can you really hear that, though?
Well, I mean, this is just cool, right?
This is totally cool.
I'm sort of mesmerized by it. Take that, dang!
Yeah.
And actually, the first
And the
time I saw
ghosts
this, yeah, the
coming
ghosts
out, that
actually
is
coming
so
out
cool.
of the thing. That's great.
The physics are really fun to work with. So when we actually attach sounds and they work with the actual physics of the environment, that means the sounds do things that we weren't even planning on them to do once you start working with them in the environment. So as the hovercraft gets nearer and further away and bounces, the sound actually responds. And crash, there you go. Sound of metal crashing into metal.
What you're saying, Marty, is it's all about putting the puzzle pieces into place and then just letting the player go.
Letting Jason Jones make it happen.
There you go.
He's the man.
There you go.
See, I know who's the kiss. Oh, sorry. And there's the tank that looks broken, but it's not. See, because he starts it up. And working on engine sounds for these things is also a blast because the engines, you can tell exactly what's coming at you from behind. Something's coming at you from behind. You can tell some little creature walking up to you or some huge tank driving up to you. You don't even have to see it.
A lot of the time in Halo, when you're going through these big environments, we are built-in moments of transition. This, that we haven't created the cinematic for it yet, is going to be one of those situations where you come into a new environment that's huge and massive, and you want to show it in third person and figuring out a way to pull back and say, hey,
This is how big.
this is how big and cool it is.
Boom.
Okay. All right, that was a fun one. Now it's more. It's just dead air. It's dead weight. I want a Devil May Cry 5 companion Blu-ray. Okay, so this is the last one of the interviews. Yeah, 652. What the fuck?
Hi, I'm John Howard. I'm lead game designer on Halo.
And I'm Jamie Griesemer, and I'm a designer.
And we're going to talk to you a little bit about...
It's the same fucking
why we
part.
think this game is fun, why it's cool.
So these scenes are all from...
Get Marty O'Donnell and the other guy back.
The tutorial. So what you have right now is the technicians that woke you up from cryo sleep are teaching you about your energy shields and helping you figure out your controls, and it's all done within the context of the story, so it's a smooth transition. And it also doesn't last very long because almost immediately things go bad and the Covenant start attacking and they start killing off the people who are trying to help you, and then you're kind of on your own.
Yeah, Jamie has a good point. We wanted to get you right into the action, right into the game, so what really feels like a training, what feels like, oh, this is how you use the game, only really happens in that first part, but throughout the first mission, in fact throughout the entire game, there's always that stuff going on because there's so much stuff to do in Halo, because you can drive vehicles, because you can walk around stealthily, because you can use so many different weapons, so many human weapons, so many Covenant weapons, and there's so many different types of environments, so many different types of enemies, that you're always constantly learning. So even at the end of the game, there's always new stuff going on.
So throughout this mission, as you're progressing through, the ship is taking more and more damage, and your screen will shake more often, and things start falling and exploding, and eventually...
Hopefully at the end of this class we'll figure out how Halo was made, and we will make another.
Yeah, one of the things that's going on in this
A
mission
Halo
is,
2, if you
Covenant,
will.
this superior alien race has been chasing humanity through the galaxy and destroying all of our civilizations and outposts, has come upon the ship that you're on, the Pillar of Autumn, and your goal is to get the shipboard AI, which knows the location of Earth, which is the most valuable piece of information humans have, to take her and to get her off Halo. So you guys escape in an escape pod like this one and crash land somewhere on Halo, and the first part of the game is about finding the rest of the human survivors and getting them with you, so you have all sorts of cool Marines and people to have combat with.
And this is your first actual glimpse of Halo. We wanted to show the coolest parts of Halo first, and so we've got
And the worst parts last.
cliffs
The
and
fucking
incredible sky, with
crazy
the mountains up
ending.
there in the distance. But almost immediately, before you really get a chance to sightsee, the Covenant are on top of you.
The vehicle you just saw there is a Covenant dropship, and one of the challenges we face is obviously we do interior environments and we do exterior environments. One of the challenges with exterior environments is unless you populate the whole exterior with bad guys, you need a way to bring in more bad guys. You can't have guys running over the terrain for 45 minutes coming to finally reach you. So human dropships and Covenant dropships are a way for us to reinforce a battle from either side and to mix things up and to surprise you as you go through the game. and it makes stuff a lot of fun. So here's one of our friends, another one, the Covenant. This is the Grunt, who is affectionately cannon fodder. We're gonna waste a couple
Sad.
of elites with the turret.
Now you saw the elite was trying to get in that turret himself, but then the player jumped in and used it against him. That's one of the themes in Halo, is taking enemy weapons and using them against them, effectively or ineffectively.
Right, it's like taking your little brother's hand and making him hit himself with it. It's a lot of fun. So one of the
What?
things that, obviously it's Halo's a game about combat, game about shooting, game about explosions, a little bit of song and dance, a lot of human weapons and a lot of alien weapons. One thing we really wanted to do with the weapons in Halo, we didn't want to make, most games have a scale of weapons. Every weapon is better than every other weapon. That's not true in Halo. In every situation, and there's always an ideal weapon. It may not be the one you're carrying right now, but every time there's a place, the last mission in the game even, in places in later missions, and all the time in multiplayer, we're like, oh, geez, I wish I had the pistol, or I wish I had the enemy plasma rifle.
Halo. I
always
wish I had the
there's a
pistol
situation where
and the
you want
AR.
different tools.
And you can definitely
And
see
that's
the
it.
different personalities in this.
You really only need the pistol.
Cool stealth elite is just calmly surveying, and the grunts are kind of running around and being a little hectic, and then the giant hunter is just kind of watching for his next opponent.
Yeah, the hunter is still truly scary. Haven't worked on this game for a long time now. The hunter is someone I still truly fear for many reasons. Man, you see that we're just laying into him right here, and yeah, he doesn't care. He doesn't care at all. He's gonna whip our ass. So this is again outside. This is actually a beautiful environment. One of my favorite environments is snow environment. Taking care of a little business with the elite. We're back to the Marines here. You want to talk about that, Jamie?
One of the things we really focused on in Halo is combat with the AI and not just against the AI. So you can see the Marines are helping you out. Sometimes you follow them, like you saw from the first mission, and sometimes they follow you and try to help you achieve your objectives.
Yeah, so obviously more weapons, sniper rifle, the ICE. Actually, one of the cool things with all these different vehicles is you pick up like something like the Ghost or the Warthog, which is the human Jeep with the chain gun on the back. You load the Marines into that. Their weapon ass hit across the ice. You take part of a turn, you slide into a wall, and tumble the vehicle, and they all go flying out. And then the AI, the Marines, are smart enough to go, hey, I need to be back in that Jeep. And as soon as you right the Jeep, they get right back in it with you.
This is an example of the enemy using vehicles against you. That's a mortar tank, and this is a Covenant dropship, and it's just dropped 2 Covenant Ghosts, and they use vehicles extensively. And a lot of the fun of the game is to take that charge of the vehicle and take the guy out that's driving it, and then steal it yourself.
If we weren't pasting that guy with a rocket launcher, if we would have just hit him with a grenade and sort of glanced him and flipped the vehicle over, you would have seen the same thing where the elite would have gotten tumbled out of his vehicle, fired at you as he ran back to his vehicle, and then tried to hop back in it and use it against you. None of that stuff is scripted or pre-planned. It's all just how the AI knows how to use the environment, and how to use the tools that they have against you.
This is a great example of an outdoor battle. It ranges across an entire canyon floor. It's a giant terrain, plenty of vehicles, lots of guys, all in the same area, part of the same giant battle.
Yeah, this is another one of the human vehicles. This is the Scorpion tank, which is a giant badass tank that we're using to just punish little grunts.
That right there is what Halo is all about. It's all about using a giant tank to pound one tiny little grunt and
That's
throw
true.
it into the air.
One thing you didn't see there is the giant turret also has a machine gun on it, so you can be safely cozied in your tank, and while you're waiting for the next round of the Master Shell to reload, to fire off some machine gun rounds and provide some additional covering fire.
And what you see right there is you're driving a tank inside of a huge structure, and it's a massive, epic undertaking, and that's really Halo.
Yeah, man. Okay. That one definitely almost ran out of time. All right. Okay. What else is here? Halo storyboard animation. Let's see this. we are learning how to Halo. Halo, the graphic novel. Interesting outfit, Cortana. I dig it. It's Marcus Phoenix. Oh, it almost looks like it's the black frame is you got animation because of the scrolling effect. Oh, that's cool how they did that. That I understand. I think this is very cool how they're doing this. Oh. It's the Master Chef. How about that? That's kind of neat. Very cool, you guys. Lovely presentation. Alright, and then probably the worst part. Maybe it's a new trailer. I doubt though. This is Exhibition Volume 2 era. It's still a ways out. Yeah, it's this fucking trailer. My favorite Halo game has the worst fucking trailer. Maybe Halo 5 is the best one, am I right? What? To be fair though, Halo 2 is coming along here, but I mean, I think it's still before it gets, fucking scrapped and remade more or less. This part's in the game, sure, kind of. It's different in the game. You actually have a firefight, and that line, the silly line is here.
Reinforcements are on the smoke.
See, I guess if you're like, if this was like an E3 reveal with like, no prior like surprise announcement, then this trailer would have been cool. But it's just like, other than that, I don't really dig this trailer.
What if you miss?
I won't.
Especially like, because for a long time, this is the only fucking trailer they had to. I think that's what I'm not a big fan of. Plus, in that you don't just jump out in the full main game, right? So that's weird. But this shot's similar. Giving them back to bomb. That's the most ridiculous part in all of Halo. Which is weird because Halo 2 is probably the most grounded one otherwise, except for that this part. I guess it had to be in the game, right? Because it was in the fucking trailer. It's like 30% of it was in the trailer was in the game, right? All right. Are we moving on from Halo? That was all bonus content. We're not done yet. Oh, wallpapers. Oh, let's take a look. Okay. If I keep it open, will it overwrite? No, I'll open up a new one. That looks kind of cool. It looks like this one could be widescreen as well. 720p anyway, if it's 1024. If you're using a 720p, look at that. Yeah, that looked great. That one would look great. Well, one is really cool so far. What about this one? Nah. This one's alright. This one's pretty good. Really zoomed in there, Chief. Lame. That's all right, but it doesn't make me think of Halo. I guess it's that's supposed to be Halo, right? But I mean, it's like you have to know. Well, this one's fucking cool. I like that one. Let's look at the Halo 2 one. I was gonna make fun of it, but I think it looks kind of cool. Halo 2. Oh, this is another one I can go widescreen. Let's take a look. Not bad, not bad. This one ain't so good. It's just like that Halo 1 one. Oh, we got fucking Mass Effect. I like this more if you took out Master Chief. I want a version of that without Master Chief. It's box art, no. Not bad, not bad. That looks kind of cool. Legendary. Kill all Cubby bastards. I don't know, that one kind of looks kind of flat. That looks cool. That looks nice. No, I don't really care for that one. Alright, I guess, is that, oh, okay, themes. What about themes? Can I do that? I don't know. It's okay. So how do we get these to work? What skin? Oh, really? Let's try it. Fuck it. Oh, okay. Okay, how do I... What's it playing? Oh, that's neat. All right, but we want to. How do we? Properties, desktop. Display. Theme, Halo theme. Okay, okay, this is one of the cool ones. All right. That's not bad. All right, oh, all right, let's change it to Halo theme 2. All right. I mean, I kind of like the border, but I don't like the box art. Oh, that's it's more or less the same current theme. Whoops. How can I change it back? All right. That's fine. All right. Links. Oh, some of these are still up. That's cool. Rampancy. I don't know if that's up. Oh, we're about done with Halo. These are kind of, I like gimmicky shit like that. All right, brute force. What do we got for brute force? We gotta go to the brute force section. Oh. Halo and brute force go together like peaches and fucking, I don't know, cabbage. No, no fancy shit here. Brute force was 2003, right? So it should be almost out, right? Did Brute Force come with one of these? Is there one that has more Brute Force shit and a little bit of Halo? It's the entire Brute Force section. Digital Anvil, may they rest in peace. Oh, these look nice. Huh. 2 pages. That looks nice. It's Mount Doom. Okay. Brute Force is fine. It's a fun game. But it's not like, I don't think, wow, look at those graphics, man. That's not how it looks okay at best. Seems like it would be more suited for, like, you know, the 360 generation, but, you know, they never revisited it. Rest in peace, Brute Force. And probably lots of screenshots like there is of regular old Halo. It always threw me off how, like, the fucking 2 female characters had fairly similar looking hair. Like, hairstyles. Like, you know, they're not that distinct from each other in, like, you know, a lineup. Oh, that looks like Halo-rific. What the fuck? Yeah, that's Tex. That looks cool. All right, characters. See what they do here. Brutus. Oh, these are just more screenshots. Flint. Hawk. What's she looking at? Tex. He's got them dead eyes. Story, why the fuck not? I know it's the Halo companion disc, so I can't expect, you know, them to spend much, you know, effort on the Brute Force section. Why is the Brute Force shit even here? How about that? These are all the same. Oh, they're all different. Yeah, duh. They're just different variations of that. Oh, there is extras. Box art. Still not the big fan of the box art, but I mean, it's fine. Yeah, so like Pimpin' Al Hawk. pretty hard. Or is this Flint? My memory sucks when it comes to this game. How come these two and not the others? So that's it, right? We're done. We have... I mean, this is just like the fucking Police Knots pilot disc. This was a lot longer than I thought it was going to take. Shit.